Long night here for the Bees. After their performance on Sunday, 1-1 in the third period, down 4-1, gave up 3 goals in the second period, and then had 3 unanswered in the third period and forced it into overtime, and Nikita Zadorov, the game winner, and he walked right out. No celebration, no nothing. The Bruins win. Surprising fashion. I think it might even surprise the New York Rangers. Thank you, Jeremy Conley, for everything you did tonight, sir. Skaz is here as well. Just one thing I did want to mention about the Bruins, this Mike Esamont guy. Had 2 goals in the third period. He's been a grinder. Played for the Kings, bounced around a little bit. Was with Tampa Bay, if I remember. He was with Seattle last year. Spent some time with the Sharks. I think came up with the Kings, that's right. And nice little player. And he's bounced around. He signed a short deal with the Bees this year. But this is a kid that going to get an opportunity, and certainly tonight. 2 goals helped out the team, and he's had some successful seasons. In 23 at 11 goals with Tampa Bay. I mean, he's had some pretty decent seasons. So maybe one of these guys who could break through here with an opportunity with the Boston Bruins. So there you go. Preseason hockey has begun here on 98.5 The Sports Hub, so there will be some interruptions. I think we have another coming up next week, but we'll be going until midnight on game nights. And I do want to react to the Boston Red Sox, who are underway right now. A ton of Patriots news as well. The Celtics and Jason Tatum spoke today. And we'll have you until midnight tonight. The phone number, 617-779-0985. You can also join us on YouTube. I already see people in there hanging out. We got Matt, Tenacious Tomato, Ryan, Terrace. We got our normal crew, Sean. All you guys already in there tonight. Feel free to join us here as we're going until midnight. We'll pause real quick for the update. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Tell your Type Studios, WBZ FM and HD1. It's not just the games. It's Toucher and Hardy, Zolak and Bertrand, Felger and Maz, Joe Murray. For Boston sports fans, it's 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station. Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, well, the Bruins with a win, 5-4 in overtime. They trailed 4-1 in this game. 3 unanswered goals. Mike Esamont had 2 of them. And then Nikita Zadorov sent everybody home with the game winner in overtime tonight. So the Bees now 1-1 on the preseason. Patriots getting ready for the Panthers this week. No word yet if Christian Gonzalez will be available. Plenty of NFL news, though. Jackson Dart will get the start for the Giants. Mike Evans has a hamstring injury. Could miss 3 to 4 weeks for the Bucs. The Red Sox currently in action right now. 4-1 lead, bottom of the 9th inning against Toronto. We'll react to that coming up in just a little bit. And Jason Tatum hasn't ruled out that he will play this season. Headlines, they are brought to you by our good friends. And, of course, they are our good friends. And let me just make sure I get it, because the time has changed after the Bruins game. And I apologize 1,000 times to you. Awaken 180 Weight Loss, the official weight loss program of the Boston Red Sox. Slide through the rest of the season with the solution for weight loss. Awaken 180 Weight Loss. I'm Joe Murray. We'll react to the Red Sox win tonight. Coming up next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Start your day.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Work through your day.
What's that thing we do at the end of the show?
And end your day.
I'm not giving you an opinion. I don't know.
Right here. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Well, how about that? We get a little bit of preseason hockey and then playoff baseball. Well, it's a playoff race, of course. And the Red Sox taking care of business tonight in Toronto, winning 4-1, but it was not easy. Lucas Giolito went 4 2/3, had 3 hits, but the 4 walks really hurt him tonight. He was pulled early in this one. He had 3 strikeouts on 98 pitches. Justin Wilson will get the win tonight. I believe it was his 4th now of the year. And then Garrett Whitlock had 2 strikeouts out of the bullpen. Slayton with a hold. And then Aroldis Chapman, his 32nd save of the year, and the Red Sox win. Nathaniel Lowe had a big night tonight, a couple of RBI for him. Just looking at it, yeah, he went 2 hits, 2 RBI. Carlos Narvaez, though, had the big hit of the night to go up 2 runs in this one. He also had 2 RBI. And the Red Sox now 86 wins on the season, which is huge because, of course, if I go to Tyler Milliken's Twitter handle, that's where I get most of my current Red Sox information. I hope he knows that. But Tyler Milliken was highlighting some of Trevor Story's defensive plays today. Mentioned Garrett Whitlock and Slayton at full strength for the playoffs. Even Wilyer Abreu is back. But they needed to hold on to this one tonight. Guardians are now in first place in the AL Central. They own the tiebreaker over the Tigers. So unlike the Astros and Guardians, the Red Sox don't have the tiebreaker against the Tigers, and they'll finish it off against them this year. So 86 wins. I just saw the Yankees just had a walk-off win as well. So a lot to get into there, but the Red Sox now 3-1 in their last 4 games. Maybe they're starting to heat up a little bit. Maybe they're getting better, or maybe their starting pitching is starting to fall apart. That's the story tonight. They won the game. That's the positive. They found a way to win. But is their starting pitching now, even with a day off, Giolito, Bayo, even Crochet for that matter, although they've won, do they have enough starting pitching the rest of the way here? And I think that's a big-time story. The Narvaez hit, he's had big hits all year long. So credit to him tonight. And then Nathaniel Lowe, the guy that they got off waivers, literally off the scrap heap, has helped the team to this point tonight. So if you want to react to the Red Sox winning tonight, are you locked in? I was getting texts from people tonight who were watching the game. But feel free to call in, 617-779-0985. Red Sox are now 5-5 their last 10 games. They were 4-6 going into tonight. I mean, Detroit's struggling. They're 1-9 their last 10. If anything, Seattle and Cleveland have just been absolutely on fire. 9-1 their last 10 games. Yankees, again, win tonight. They're on a 3-game winning streak. The Red Sox, I keep saying it, they're backing into the playoffs. But tonight's a positive win. They needed this one. They got solid bullpen outing. And then, of course, you got a pretty clean night from their bullpen overall, and also Aroldis Chapman. But they came through tonight. They left runners on base once again. Jaron Duran, an 0-for-5 night with 3 strikeouts. Trevor Story had a hit. Played good defense. Alex Bregman, no hits tonight, although he looked like he was kind of getting out of it. Masataka Yoshida, 2 hits in this one, out of the cleanup spot once again. And then Rafaela had a hit. They moved him up in the lineup tonight. And then Wilyer Abreu made his return. Scored a run, had a hit in this one. So Red Sox win 4-1, 86 wins. Kaz, any takeaways from the game?
Yeah, Giolito might be gassed. Velocity's down, like you mentioned. Not a great sign, heading into the postseason. A big night for some, though, Joe. We're friends of the gambling community. On the night show, Red Sox season over, I believe, cashed for quite a few people tonight. I don't know if everybody got that number, but I believe that 85 and a half there, that was kind of a popular number for the Red Sox win total. So, yeah, a very important game to some tonight, I will say.
Yes, I said 86 wins. I didn't. So it's 86 now?
I believe so, yes.
So 85 was the number?
I think some people had it like 84, but yeah, I believe 85 was the number for the most part. I saw Lifshat celebrating, I believe. So a good night for some.
All right, well, I tweeted it out. Red Sox over 85 wins cashed. A big night for the gamblers. That's what it's all about, Skaz. This Giolito thing quickly. Signs the 2-year deal with the Red Sox, right? Off the entire last year, coming off an injury. He's back this year, had some good starts, was really good at one point in the year. The walks have been his problem. When he doesn't have it, he doesn't have it. It's kind of one of those nights. But, they have leaned on him. He's been a veteran that they've been able to again, lean on. there was an innings thing with him this year about his option. I wonder if that's happened. I should probably look up how many innings he's pitched this year, because I think 140 was the number, because he has that option for next year at 14 or I can't remember, it was 15 million. So tonight they had to pull him because of the walks. The walks were the issue. How do you rest him now, Skess? Like, who else do you have that you could possibly throw in as a starter?
Well, how could they have possibly known that a guy who sat all of last year would start to wear down at the end of the season? How could they have possibly, seen that coming or, done anything to help their rotation with guys? It's not like their number one ace is a guy who's never thrown this many innings before in a season and is just getting used to being an ace.
Or Brian Bayo pitched this deep into a season.
Yeah, I mean, they were totally unprepared for all of this. How could anyone have seen it coming? So, it's not like they needed to add pitching at the deadline to avoid a situation just like this one. But, yeah, I mean, what a shock that Giolito, who didn't pitch all of last year, now we're deep into September and his velocity is starting to trend down. You can't just shut the guy down for 2 weeks. You need him. He's your second best starter at this point. So I don't know what you do. Maybe you skip him one time around, but you're not really in a position to do that right now. Every win matters. You need Giolito.
And that's the thing, like, I'm not like blaming Giolito. I think he's given you everything he can. He's had a hell of a year coming off all the adversity, the injury, you name it. But he's running out of fumes. He's running on fumes. How about that? You mentioned the velocity. 1.2 mile per hour on a four-seam fastball, says Milliken. He's back to starts that are less than 5 innings pitched. And the control issues continue. 4 walks compared to just 3 strikeouts. 6 of his last 9 starts have featured 3 or more walks. That's a trend. That's a guy that is struggling. And, to add to that, 4 of those 9 are 4 or more walk games. So I give him props for everything he's done this year. The UCL has been repaired. He missed an entire year. But imagine relying on that guy in a pennant race, which you are, and you won. Like, to keep it positive, you won. What's his next start? And then you're going to rely on him in the playoffs? Could he already be guessed? This happened with Pedro, by the way. Like, I know it's 2 different pitchers, but you had to manage Pedro. And the year that they won in 2004, they never missed a start, which was fantastic. But there are guys with arm injuries. There are guys with shoulder, all sorts of things. You got to worry about them late in the year. And, you know what it was? Said they got Dustin May. That was their insurance plan. And they let Walker Buehler walk. Walker Buehler, get it? Waka. They let him walk. So the Red Sox win tonight. I'm going to keep it positive. They found a way. And right now, this time of year, this is what you got to do. Laborious is what I would call it. But how about that Red Sox bullpen? I mean, did they just need Justin Slayton over Weissert? Is that it? But the Whitlock, Slayton, Chapman thing, I think, can be something. Tonight, from the 3 of them, Whitlock gave you 2 strikeouts. Slayton got you out of the inning. And then, of course, Chapman just shut the door. 15 pitches for Chapman, 13 for Slayton, 9 for Whitlock. Red Sox win 4-1. And now we play the schedule game. I'll wait on some of the results because I don't feel like looking into it. I'll get a popsicle headache if I try to figure all this out. But just win, baby. Just win. And get into the dance, and then who will you have left? I guess that's what it comes down to. But, don't tell Alice Cora because he doesn't want to talk about October yet. You're 5 games away. I should look and see what they're going to do the rest of the way with them. But so was this Giolito's last start then, Skaz? If he pitches tonight and there's 5 more to go, if you need him for the playoffs, wouldn't you sit him if you're already?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah. You'd have to think so.
Because he's going to get 5 days.
Throw anybody out. Well, you hope that last game doesn't matter. That's where the problem comes in.
But you hope he gets 5 days, 5 full days. then a day off, and then whenever they start the playoffs. I would like him on 6 or 7 days rest. It's just, has he already hit the note? That's the big question there. All right, Red Sox win. We'll react to it. Feel free to call in at 617-779-0985. There is another baseball note. The Red Sox are the Major League Baseball is going with robot umpires. I'm in. I liked it in the All-Star game. And I think it's something that will help speed up the game because that's what we all care about. And no more arguing balls and strikes. I love that. Now, you can challenge it twice a game, I believe, is when you can do it. So there's your baseball notes. You want to react to it, you certainly can. I did want to get into some Patriots stuff. Is there an issue, strife between the offense and the defense for the New England Patriots? We'll get into that coming up. On the other side, I'm Joe Murray. You got the Bruins win tonight. Red Sox win tonight. How about that? Talk to you guys right after this on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5.
I love the guy that was wearing the hot dog costume in the game tonight. It was a kind of like the one in I Think You Should Leave, but they had a bunch of them. If you go on Nesson right now, they had a bunch of hot dog wearing guys, which I liked. But when I get a hot dog, though, I don't want it already wrapped in tinfoil. I want it coming out of that. You know when it comes out of that boil, Skaz? When you go to the game and they take it out of the thing and then the bun comes out and then
they give it a little shake.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I want a hot dog. I don't want that pre-wrapped crap from Schneider's. I want myself a wet dog. That's what I want. But anyways, the Red Sox win. Tomorrow night, Garrett Crochet versus Max Scherzer, huh? Huh? How about that one? Red Sox have a game lead right now in the wild card over Detroit. What the hell happened to the Tigers? They had the best record in baseball, the All-Star break. Now they're hanging on for dear life? Absolutely amazing what is going on with the Detroit Tigers. But they're hanging on. They are absolutely hanging on right now. I just looked it up. Lucas Giolito, 140 and a third innings pitched, which, bing, bang, boom. There is the option. The option has been set. So no more should Giolito pitch. Option for 2026. It's now a mutual option. There's a little bit of a buyout there. But 140 and a third innings, I think his season is done. I don't know who would pitch. Kyle Harrison, maybe? Connolly Early gets another start? I don't know. But if it's Giolito, Crochet, Bayo, does Dustin May get a look when he's ready? And is Kyle Harrison the guy? I don't even know. And they're going to go 3 anyways in the playoffs. But still, a lot of decisions there when it comes to the Red Sox. So feel free to call in 617-779-0985. Red Sox winners tonight. Someone goes, hey, Joe, if you're gambling preseason hockey, you need an intervention. I didn't. I actually don't even know if you could bet this game tonight. Could you?
I'm sure you could. You always can.
Well, I wouldn't even know. No. But I tweeted out the Bruins won 5-4 in overtime after trailing 4-1 for those keeping track. And then some guy goes, if you're gambling on preseason hockey, you need an intervention. But Skaz, I think people have a problem with facts. I might have laid into that a little bit last night. Some people just don't like facts, like maybe we all live a narrative, maybe people just live life, even though it's hard, you just think it's all great. People just hate the facts, man. You radio guys, bleh. It's like, okay, you can't handle the truth. They don't even want it, guys. They don't want the truth. They can't handle it. Anyways, we'll get into maybe there's a little bit of a rift between the offense and the defense. We'll get to that in a minute. Bus, he's starting us off tonight. And again, this our take was brought to you by Super Service Today, Massachusetts' #1 provider for plumbing, heating, cooling, and you name it. They do it all at Super Service Today. Always done right, day or night, superservicetoday.com. Boss, how you doing?
Joe, what's going on? Skaz, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good, man. We're just coming home from darts. Big win for the Booze Bags out in Natick Elks. Just want to give you a shout-out, picking up my burrito from Anna's earlier.
Ooh, Anna's Taqueria?
Man, they just opened one up in Natick. It's not as on point as the Brookline Newton one, but it's something I've been looking forward to my whole life since I was in high school, probably 15 years ago, probably even more than that. But now we have it. I have to abuse it. It's beautiful.
What do you get in your burrito? But, what kind of burrito is it?
I get a super steak, extra cheese. We get rice, light rice, black beans, pickled red onion, jalapenos, some of that green sauce, and corn. Yes, very beautiful. Oh, my God, honest taqueria. But you talk about hot dogs.
Yeah.
All right, Casey's Diner, I know we shout it out sometimes. Natick, it is a staple since I was a little boy. We get it all around with a little celery salt. There's a place up in Leicester. I forget the name of it. Oh, my God, right outside of Worcester. They have a barbecue mayo dog. Oh, my God, dude. Barbecue mayo on a hot dog? That's like sacrilege where I come from, but it was absolutely beautiful. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, well, it's probably Hot Dog Annie's is what you're talking about.
Yeah, I honestly, the name, it ran a blank on me. I'm not from that area, obviously Natick, but my boys put me on it. Beautiful. Barbecue sauce and mayonnaise on a hot dog is it.
Hot dogs and smoked meat, and you can watch the airplanes land right nearby.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. My wife, it was a really cheap date. Bring my wife over there, watch the planes, but it's good to see the Sox get a W. Unbelievable comeback from the Bruins, huh?
I did. I was shocked. But I want to talk about guys, though, that maybe didn't get Mikey Esamont's been on multiple teams. He's just always been a fourth liner, and then, everybody wants to trade for him, though. You know what I mean? It's not like a guy that they give up on. They just trade. Other teams want him when they trade him, and he signed with the Bruins this year, and maybe he'll get a shot.
He's always packaged in with something.
Dude, exactly. And he's had some good runs. He's had, like I said, when he was with Tampa Bay in 23, played 81 games, had 25 points and 11 goals.
He's like when you go to Taco Bell and you order like a T8 or something, and they give you like a fistful of hot sauce on the side, and it's like, I don't need all this, but I might keep this in my glove box for later.
You never know.
And now he's, yeah.
Maybe you could put the Taco Bell on the anise. Would you do that?
You know what? I've thought about it. The quesadilla from Anna's is crazy, but sometimes you get a quesadilla from Taco Bell, you put that 5-layer burrito, open up the quesadilla, wrap it all into one. Oh, my God. A little bit of that Diablo on that. Let's go, Joe.
Thanks, Bus.
Joe, also, just real quick. I know you're down the street from Wayland. You're in Waltham, correct?
Correct.
You got to hit up the Wayland Deli.
Yeah,
Wayland Deli. I know you work at nights. You got to get the Siberian train wreck. Oh, my goodness, man. That thing is outside of this world, man.
Can you just give me a little bit of a teaser of what the Siberian
train wreck is on a braided seat. I don't know if it has seed on it. It might occasionally have the seed. Braided roll, small. It's got corned beef, roast beef, and pastrami. It's got that house mayo with mustard, mayo mustard combo. You got pickles, onions, and Swiss toasted. That is like a symphony of beautiful. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
It's a bittersweet symphony.
It's like I'm eating it, and I don't even know I'm eating it. And then the next thing you know, it's gone. It's like I just have my Diet Coke with me. I'm like, where did my sandwich go? Like, it's everything. It's worth every penny. Joe, I'm telling you, you got to go in. If you're ever working the day, afternoon, whatever it is, you have to hit Wayland Deli.
All right, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Joe, see you guys.
Thank you. That's a Lift Shot staple, by the way. Just when Lift Shots was out in that area. The Siberian train wreck. What a name. Google it. I just looked it up. Oh, that sounded really good. Allie's in our chat tonight. Mikey Esamont going to be a massive Peter to play against. Yes. May have a fourth line again. Love the fourth liners. Yeah, I feel the cholesterol too, but you know what though? Who doesn't want a Siberian train wreck in their life? Because I do. People calling in will react to the Red Sox win tonight. A lot going on with the Patriots. A lot going on. I know it was Big Boy Tuesday. So the big boy had a chance to react to a few things. And, yesterday on the show, I talked about Mike Vrabel taking some accountability. I thought he was calling out a lot of players. Like, he called out Pop Douglas. He mentioned, Ramondre. Drake can't make turnovers like that. And he just kind of glosses over the defensive issues. and kind of like he's putting it on the offense. I at least thought he wasn't taking accountability. Like for him, I've had some time to digest, and maybe he's blaming a certain side of the ball or a coach. Maybe. We'll have that sound for you coming up in a bit, but Kyle wants to get in on the train wreck. What's up, Kyle?
Joe, I couldn't agree with that guy in the last call more. You need to get down there and try that. Also, with the tweet that they responded to you earlier saying if you're betting on preseason hockey, you need an intervention, that is true. Have a phenomenal night. Thank you.
Okay. I didn't bet on I didn't bet on preseason hockey. I would have faded them if I would have lost, and I would have faded the Bruins. So, yes. I've heard like Siberian Huskies, guys, the dogs, you know. Love those dogs. Very furry, lovable, smart. Just the Siberian train wreck, on the other hand, with corned beef and pastrami and some other things. Bacon. Is that too much meat? Is there ever too much meat, guys? Do you ever get too much meat on a pizza? Can there be too much meat on a salad?
Yeah, I think so. Sometimes places overdo it a little bit. I think that became a thing for a while. I think it's toned down a little bit, but like over serving was definitely a phase for a while there.
Do you think I should start videotaping my Chipotle person when they make my stuff?
I'm out on that. Just let them work in peace.
Yeah, but I don't. I want to get I want a good portion size. I don't get all the other fluff. I just want rice and cheese. I don't want the beans and the squirts.
The squirts.
You know what I mean. All the other stuff. No. Well. All right. Well, this is the third time I've teased it. It wouldn't be the Joe Show if it wasn't. It's Mike Vrabel calling out the offense. We'll talk about that after the headline here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Red Sox 4-1 winners tonight. The bullpen shut it down. Carlos Narvaez, a big hit. Nathaniel Lowe, 2 RBI on the night. Magic number is 4. They held on. Well, Gary Crochet will go tomorrow.
been getting wholesale deals for years.
It's Joe Murray on the Sports Zone.
If you had to guess, what's Vrabel's angle there, Greg? Why is he harder on the offense than he is on the defense?
I think it's because it's his guys on defense. It's his scheme, his guys. They brought in guys like Harold Landry and Robert Spillane that they know, and probably he thinks they're going to be okay long term. Maybe when Gonzalez is back, but I think it's mostly because it's Vrabel's guys on defense, and Josh McDaniels is not his guy. Doug Marrone isn't his guy. Now Hoftalling is his guy.
Who's Hoftalling?
One of the assistant line coaches.
Yep.
Tony Dews, the running backs coach. There are some of his guys, but on defense, it's pretty much all of his guys. And Josh is not his guy. So I don't know. I just don't know why he's in a rush to make these comments about the offense and Drake. And look, he's really hard on Drake May. I don't really hear him being hard on the defense. Now, he did finally get around to benching some people like Alex Austin and Christian Ellis finally this week. Also, not his guys. Holdovers from the previous regime. Let me just point that out. But yeah, it's just been one of those things that is puzzling to me so far about Vrabel.
Know my feelings on Josh McDaniels, and I'm sure there are some of you that just think I'm an offensive coordinator hater because I hated, Bill O'Brien, Alex Van Pelt, excuse me. I'm a known hater. Yes, I'm a known hater of the offensive coordinator. This one's different, though. This is Josh McDaniels, the guy that nobody wanted.
Including the head coach of the Patriots, it seems.
Did you heard that, though, right? That's not you or I saying not his guy, not his, right?
But I'm Team McDaniels in this one.
Okay, let's just real quick on it. I think it is fact that Vrabel has been showing his displeasure with the offense.
He's been showing the offense up, I think you could say.
Agreed. Yesterday I said he hasn't taken any accountability at all. I should say he's throwing blame on the offense. Ramondre, Pop Douglas, he mentioned something in week 1 that they needed to change some things with Drake May play calling. He actually called out play calling week 1. They were better week 2, right? So all I'm saying is, whether he's right or wrong, the Josh McDaniels hire is getting in the way or being used as the scapegoat for Drake May and or the offense to Mike Vrabel.
Whose decision is it to bench a player?
It would be Mike Vrabel's.
So if you had a running back that was repeatedly fumbling, would that be on Josh McDaniels to sit him down, or would that be on Mike Vrabel?
It'd be on Mike Vrabel, and I'll be honest, I thought that the fourth down play was there. That should have been converted. That was on the player. The turnovers were on the player. A lot of the offsides and stuff, all on the players. So
it's on Mike Vrabel that player is still out there, though.
Correct.
And does this feel like we're living in the past? A defensive head coach who's blaming the offense, who is very critical of a young quarterback, one that, Bill Belichick maybe didn't want to draft Mac Jones. We have no real idea how Mike Vrabel feels about Drake May, do we?
Not his guy.
Just
because I know it's radio, right? We have a conversation. Your take, my take. I can't get around, Skaz, the root of the problem. We could have this discussion, and you're absolutely right, actually, by the way. Skaz, you're right. Should we save that one? The root of the problem, though. I know. It's week 3 discussion. Kraft. This is what happens. I am not backing Bill Belichick for anything. He has left them with a lot of this problem. But this is what upset Bill Belichick. Ownership inserting Bill O'Brien at the time. Bill O'Brien not being able to hire his own staff. Therefore, who took the blame? Mac Jones, Bill O'Brien. O'Brien leaves, goes to BC. I'm just trying to say that when the owner gets involved with personnel decisions. This is where the divide happens. So take all that out of it. You're right. Mike Vrabel's blaming the offense for a bunch of stuff should be responsible for.
Yeah, and I think, I understand, ownership is the final say. It seems to a lot of people that they're the reason Josh McDaniels is here. But I still blame Mike Vrabel because he knew all that. He knew everything you just laid out, meddling, whatever you want to call it, overreach, whatever word you want to use. None of that should have been a surprise to Mike Vrabel. None of that is new. None of that wasn't happening before. I would say Mike Vrabel and Bill Belichick probably have a cordial, professional, friendly relationship, whatever you want to call it. You think Mike Vrabel had no idea how things operated in New England after he left here as a player? Absolutely not. He knew what went on. He knew what he was signing up for. So I blame Mike Vrabel for this. He is the head coach of the football team. If his name was Bill Belichick and not Mike Vrabel and something was going wrong with the Patriots, we would blame Bill Belichick. That's what happens when you're the head coach of the team. Josh McDaniels is a perfect scapegoat. We don't like Josh McDaniels. We have attacked Josh McDaniels, numerous times for his play calling, his lack of creativity, throwing it short on third down or behind the line of scrimmage, or his famous draw plays on 3rd and 8 that everyone has seen coming for
What
the
about
last.
throwing 3 times from the goal line?
There you go. Add it to the list. Whatever you want it to be. But for me, it's still on the head coach of the football team. And if your head coach is openly fighting with the offensive coordinator 3 weeks into the season, I think that's a bad look for the head coach of the football team.
You're absolutely right, Skaz. I'm going deeper, baby. And again, right, I could sit here all night and be like, this is why ownership, right? So I guess we have to get over that because Vrabel knew that. And I just want to say that this isn't me trying to say, hey, I'm right, I know what I'm talking about. But I literally said this all off season long. Like, Mike Vrabel wanted Thomas Brown. That's who he wanted. He's here right now as the quarterback's coach. Thomas Brown is the offensive coordinator for the Bears last year and became their head coach. And then now is with the Patriots. So we're 3 weeks in, and Mike Vrabel's already using McDaniels as the scapegoat. Already. Which, again, I thought it would be if Drake May stinks or has issues this year, the fall guy will be McDaniels. I didn't think Mike Vrabel would already have McDaniels as the scapegoat. By the way, to add to this, guys,
please,
is Mike Vrabel doing this to get the trust of his players? Because he said that in his press conference when he got hired. He said at times he's got to get the trust of the players.
What is he doing to get the trust of his players?
He's not blaming the defense for all of their issues and the yards they're giving up per game.
So blame the offense. You don't need those guys to trust you.
Yeah. You know why, though? Because he can say, hey, guys, you stopped it. We only punted once. We stopped them 6 times. I agree with you. I love the discussion.
No, we should pick sides. That's what a good organization does. You have divisiveness within, inside the organization where one side is constantly fighting with the other. That's what I want in a head coach, picking sides.
Well, Skaz, here we are again. Here we are again. Now, I will say this. Mayo, did he do that?
Well, he loved everybody. That was probably part of the problem.
Mayo was hard on the players. Remember, what did he call them, soft? What did he call them?
Hey, take it to the hill, Joe.
No, but didn't he call them soft?
Probably, but they were. And Vrabel's not going to say that while the guy he brings in leads the league in missed tackles.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's trying to, like, show something to the defense by blaming the offense.
That's what a rookie. That's what who's the guy the Cardinals hired? Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah.
That's what someone like him should be doing.
Yeah.
Or Eberflus, the disaster he was. Mike Vrabel's not a guy who should be pandering or looking for guys to like him.
Yeah.
I thought he was Mr. Tough Guy, hardo football guy.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, listen. Scott.
He's hardo when you ask him questions that he knows are coming but doesn't want to answer them. That's when he's the biggest hardo. I've known he's very grumpy in the press conferences when very easy questions that literally anybody would know are coming are asked of him. He does not like that.
We're 3 weeks into the season.
It's been fun.
We're on week 4. And this is the stuff this night show talked about all summer long that people thought. Remember, we used to get crap. What are you guys talking about? McDaniels. Da, 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 da. I don't like McDaniels. We didn't want Vrabel. And now, in a way, you're seeing it as he's blaming a side because it's the easy scapegoat, when really the defense is the problem. But in the end, the guy who makes the decisions is Mike Vrabel. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I'd go far as to say the defense is the problem, but they certainly haven't been, great through 3 weeks. Mr. I hate soft tissue injuries. Mr. I hate guys that sit out with soft tissue injuries. His best player is, guess what? A defensive player who sat out for, 2 months, it feels like, at this point, with a soft tissue injury.
And we'll share some reports on that.
Have we heard anything from Mike Vrabel on that?
On Mike Vrabel, no.
Not defensive of Christian Gonzalez?
But national writers have some info.
Interesting.
But yeah, you haven't heard from Mike Vrabel on Christian Gonzalez. Besides, he's close.
He's been close. Close.
Huh. And some of the reports I've heard, we'll let you hear from the horse's mouth, was that it wasn't a setback.
Well, then what happened? Somebody please tell me.
We'll hear the audio come up.
Who's going to be back first, Christian Gonzalez or Willie Abreu?
Well, Willie Abreu back tonight.
Got it. That was
the run.
I know, but that was the debate we were having a week ago.
Yep. Steve's in Nashville. Steve.
I think Jason Tatum might be back before Christian Gonzalez. Hey, Joe, quick question for you. So I went to Brandeis, and I'm a fan of the deli, the Prime Deli.
Yeah,
that's my spot. But I don't know why no one's talked about this. So Roman Anthony signed long term, right? $19 million a year, and you got this pitcher, Paul Skeens, who is a free agent in 2029, I believe, or 2030, 2029 season he ends. Pittsburgh's not going to give him. He's probably going to be close to $1 billion contract. Would you trade Roman Anthony in a package for Paul Skeens and put Skeens and Crochet together? I would do it in a heartbeat. Why not?
I would do it. The Pittsburgh won't.
Why wouldn't they? Because they're not going to pay him. They're going to get their next Andrew McCutchen face of the franchise for $20 million because they got no money.
Yeah, but wouldn't you wait? I mean, maybe they can get a better offer.
Who's going to be better than the number one prospect in the league?
I don't know. Maybe people would give up more. I don't know. What makes you think the Red Sox are going to sign Paul Skeens?
No, they won't. They won't.
It's just trade Roman Anthony for Paul Skeens, even though they're not going to extend him. But I love Prime Deli. Solid night show takes right there.
A lot of burrito talk, some local deli talk, Siberian train wreck there.
Hot dogs.
That sounds like a good pro wrestling finishing move there, the Siberian train wreck.
We have been on for 54 minutes and 18 seconds, and I have hot dogs.
Yeah, we have not brought up food once, I don't think.
I mean, I might have mentioned the costume of a hot dog.
That's true.
Actually,
yes.
I did.
You did. Silly me.
Jesus. Damn it. It was me. Oh, well. Skaz, why don't we go to break to today's the anniversary. I don't know if you got the call. I figured we were going to come back with it, but I ran late, of course. But let's go into break. It's the special anniversary for those that know about it. You guys know what it is. I don't even need to say it. You know what today is. And this hour of the sports has been brought to you by Valve Linus and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit newenglandoilchange.com. You can save 50% off an extra through oil change at Valve Linus and Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. Normally, we would be going home right now. But we're going to stay one more hour. You know why? Because we love you. And how about that soft tissue issue? Was it a setback? What happened there, Bert Breer? We'll hear from Bert Breer, but it's Mo Lewis Day, everybody. We'll talk to you right after the break.
The team as good as the Jets going to win.
Offset left is Redmond. Slot to the near side left for Bledsoe with the tight end on the right wing. 3rd and 10. Bledsoe deep drop, steps up, now rolls to the right. Now he's going to have to run at the 20, 25, 30. Oh, and knocked out of bounds right at the stick, but I don't think he made a first down. He got whacked over on the far side as he tried to run the 10 yards for the first down, and I'm not sure he's going to get up on this one. He really got hit. And the medical staff immediately over to check on Bledsoe. And it is a 4th down for the Patriots. And they will have to punt. And Bledsoe
looks like they're dealing with his arm a little bit.
Down on the sidelines. On the far side of the field.
It's 98.5, the Sports Hub.
Paisley Media Group Station.
Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Red Sox 4-1 winners tonight. Lucas Giolito 4 2/3 had 4 walks, but they got the win. There was the bullpen that came through with 2 strikeouts. Whitlock, Slayton, Chapman, Nathaniel Lowe, 2 RBI, and Carlos Narvaez opened it up with an RBI double as well. Sox magic number is 4. Now, a lot going on in the playoff standings. There's a tie in the Central. The Tigers have lost again. Yankees had a big comeback win tonight. That series against the Tigers could mean a lot for the Boston Red Sox, but Garrett Crochet goes tomorrow. Preseason hockey, Bruins 5-4 winners in overtime tonight. They trailed 4-1, scored 3 unanswered goals, and then in overtime, Nikita Zadorov sent everybody home, so that was cool. And the Patriots, they'll take on the Panthers this week. Tons of NFL news. Jackson Dart will get the start for the Giants. Mike Evans could miss 3 to 4 weeks for the Bucs, and Jason Tatum. Well, he's put a date on the calendar. Says his season is not over. Headlines, they are brought to you by... Well, I don't see that they're brought to us by anybody, Skaz, and I wonder if that's because we're into the 11 o'clock hour. I'm Joe Murray. Let's go. We'll be back.
Here's Pasternak, high slot. Right circle to Zaka. Sends one across. McAvoy shot, and he scores!
The Bruins play here.
For Christian Gonzalez. So I've dug around on this the last couple of weeks, and what I found is there wasn't a setback, which I think almost makes it worse. You know what I mean? I think it's almost like, all right, so we expect, and I know their full expectation when he got hurt at the end of July was that he was going to be ready for week 1. But even more recently, they could have put him on IR before week 1, right? I'm talking about the week of week 1. They could have put him on IR and shelved him for the first 4 weeks. If he misses this game, now we're at 4 weeks, which means he's not just behind schedule for where they thought he would be in July. He's behind schedule for where they thought he would be at the beginning of September.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. We're going into midnight, everybody. I'm going to wait till the midnight hour. I don't have enough energy for that tonight. We're burning the midnight oil. And feel free to call in. Hey, you never get to call in. You want to call in? This is the time, 617-779-0985. It's just myself and Skaz. These preseason games for hockey are going to have us doing extended coverage. And then the Celtics begin next week. Well, Media Day is on Monday. And then there'll be a lot of interruptions, probably Tuesday, Thursday nights, but we'll still be here, though. We'll be here every night with you on 98.5 The Sports Hub. That was Albert Breer. He's got sources, baby. I wanted to pull up NBC Sports Boston just to see if they had a write-up on this one because, I just see things and hear things and I just, okay, what kind of context was it used? How was it said? Is it just sometimes we hear what we want to hear, right? Sometimes we just hear what we want. But you heard there. Bert Breer says that it wasn't a setback for the hamstring. What the hell does that mean? Does that mean that he's just been hurt and been sitting out? And again, for the people that wanted to push back, it's got nothing to do with the contract. Blah, blah, blah. So what is it then? Was his injury that bad and now he's back? Or is he thinking about the future? Could that really be something to monitor here? And you're watching the team give up 300 yards a game through the air, and you're just sitting there. You've heard nothing from Vrabel on this one, and I know it's not his guy. I know he didn't draft him. Belichick did. But I just want to be fair by saying, could this be another case of them or Vrabel, he's been taking shots at everybody else, but has he taken a shot at Christian Gonzalez yet? And I wanted to just go back to it because I know I sent this to Skaz earlier to play because I thought it was pretty, when I saw it, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Christian Gonzalez did not have a hamstring setback before the season, said Albert Breer. What I found is there wasn't a setback, which I think almost makes it worse. The IR thing, you could designate him to come back. Like Jelani Tavai can come back next week, right? So if he was going to miss this much time, why not put him on IR? I know they have an open roster spot, but just like, why not? Again, we've been making jokes about it, but I feel like Steph Diggs came back after an ACL than Gonzo did from a hamstring. Like, is that real? I'm sure people are going to criticize Gonzo. I don't know what's going on. Hamstring injuries are bad. If you've ever had one and they're bad. Tightness, anything. And some guys can't play until they're fully healthy. It's just there are some athletes like that. I'll tell you right now, I don't think Morgan Moses is healthy. And at times, I think his injuries hurt him, but he's tough and he's out there. And in a way, I kind of respect it, but does it hurt the team? The other thing is the contract. Like, has there been discussions? Have there been preliminary discussions in the offseason they're looking to extend them? Is there something to it? Are they not going well? It's just something to bring up. It's not talk radio, guys. Bleh. It's none of that. Your best player, the best player on the team at a premium position, has not played the first 3 games of the year, practiced last week and did not play. And now we're finding out by a national and I guess local guy that it wasn't a setback, which makes it look worse. So what was it? What was it? And again, this isn't some talk radio guy. This isn't a guy that goes for clicks. Bert Breer talks to people, and I can tell you from experience, I've watched this guy at 7:15 in the morning take phone calls. And when news breaks, he leaves the room and does it. So this isn't just some guy slinging takes. This is a guy who gets informed information from people that are scouts or working for teams to source information. I've watched it with my own eyes. So when I hear Bert Breer say something like this, I bet on it. I believe in it. I know there's a lot of people who, it can't be true. And again, I just want to tell you what I've seen with my own eyes. I'm not defending the wall. I'm telling you, if he said it, he heard it. Someone told him. That's how Bert works, and he sources it different ways. So there it is. I know hamstrings can be problems, but it's hard to look at a guy like Christian Gonzalez, who had some question marks coming out of the draft, who is a premier talent, absolutely, but a guy who might be injury prone, we don't know, has missed time in the past. And have you seen cornerbacks get paid in the league? I'll tell you right now, Christian Gonzalez could not even play a snap this year, and he's going to get an extension from somebody. Would you agree with that, Skaz? He could not even play a game this year. He's getting that extension.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Whether it's here or somewhere else.
Somebody will pay him.
But he should. It's just the going rate. I understand that if he waits it out, this is a personal decision, and when you stink, when you're an organization that stinks and you have premium players, they make these decisions for themselves. We see it all the time. Remember the Bruins? They all got their extensions. What happened with all those guys? They got traded this year. They all went in the business for themselves. Jeremy Swayman went in the business for himself. I'm just using other sports. Sauce Gardner last year, he missed 3 games, but he half-assed it every game. He wouldn't tackle a soul. Still got his money. Still got it. I mean, I look at the Texans right now. I know their defense probably isn't the problem, but Singletary's got his money. They're 0-3. I'm just saying, some guys go into business for themselves. I don't know Christian Gonzalez. I've never heard a bad thing about the kid, personally. But if he thinks that he needs to be 100% to play at an effective level, that's who he is. If he thinks he needs to get 10 to 10 games healthy and that could get him more money, he will do that because why? The organization stinks. And here's the deal. If he does come back and he is healthy and he helps the team, won't he get more money? Doesn't he show more value? In a way, it sucks he's not out there. I hope it's not about a player going into business for himself, but when the report comes out that it wasn't a setback, then what is it? And I'm a guy who assumes, sorry, I sniff, right? If it don't pass the sniff test, I'm going to tell you. This one's smelly. It's been smelly for weeks. I smelled it 3 weeks ago. Something isn't right here. All I can do is point to next year and the contract. The team stinks. He wants to get the most money he can, whether it's here or somewhere else. Oh, and the coach made reference to soft tissue injuries. He'll go at his own pace. When he comes back, he'll show his value. He'll also get paid more money. It's not hard to see here. And you know what? Some people listen to their agents. They might not be these kind of people. I don't blame the agent, by the way. Sometimes when your team stinks, you have to go into business for yourself. You guys don't like it, but it happens all the time. And, may I just say this? Tom Brady did this too. Now, Tom Brady deserved the contract. I'm not going there. But Tom Brady wanted to go into business for himself when he wanted to leave the Patriots. He wanted the Patriots to pay him like a premium quarterback. They refused to do that. They gave him the opportunity to go out and find another contract, and he found it. He went into business for himself. I'm not trying to compare the situations. All I'm trying to say is it happens. Everyone does it. 617-779-0985. Skaz, you disagree? Agree with me? I didn't. Maybe I'm reaching on the Brady one, okay? But I'm just trying to mention guys go into business for himself, especially when your team stinks.
I think the Sauce Gardner is the more apt comparison. Yeah. A cornerback,
and he missed 3 games, and that's how many Gonzalez has missed. So same pattern. Do you think he'll go out there and not tackle?
I don't know. Tet's looked pretty good through 3 weeks, so he's going to have to, maybe face off against Tet, who's jumping all over the place from the clips I've seen. That's, I think he needs to be out there. It's they wasn't put on IR, wasn't put on any of that stuff. Like, what are we doing?
If the defense looks better, isn't that going to help? Is it going to help Christian Gonzalez if he comes back and the defense plays better?
I think it helps everybody. It helps Drake May. It helps Josh McDaniels. It certainly helps Mike Vrabel.
But for the player's sake, does it help him?
Yeah, I think he has to look ready to go. If he doesn't look like Christian Gonzalez, then what are we doing?
And then he'll get more money, right? And then it'll put more value on the Patriots to keep him, right?
Well, the Patriots, I don't think you could put more value on the Patriots keeping him. They don't have enough talent to not keep him. The Patriots are not in a position to say, we have this super talented guy, let's let him go. I don't care if he's injury prone.
They'd be stupid.
Yeah. I'd sign him today.
I agree with I would
yeah.
I would do it today.
I'd sign him yet. I don't care if he's, if he didn't have a setback. He is that talented and you are that untalented that you need Christian Gonzalez.
It's a premium position.
Position.
And you drafted a guy can play.
He's a premium talent.
In a way, I would stay away if I was Vrabel too.
But isn't that bad coaching, Joe?
Yes, it is. This is where we enable players and they go into business for themselves. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just when here's the deal. I'm telling you, dude, I bet you that Robert Kraft.
Yeah, you're going to get John Henry in trouble for something he hasn't even done.
It's a little slip up right there. I bet that Robert Kraft and Mike Vrabel have had a conversation about Christian Gonzalez.
You would hope so.
I bet you they have. I bet your Vrabel said, let's see what the kid can do. He's pretty good. And Robert's like, yeah, he's got that extension next year we got to look into. What do you think, Mike? Well, I don't like guys with soft tissue issues. Oh, what do you think you get? Like I'm wondering if they're on the same side of this or if they're on the same side of the player. And again, listen, the A.J. Brown, Christian Gonzalez thing, I'm in on it. I love it. It's not good for the Patriots, by the way. They get a premier wide receiver, but you lose all that value. At a premium position that you drafted.
Yeah, and Brown's older than Gonzalez.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would do it. I would do it personally, but it would be dumb for the Patriots. It would be dumb. You need help on defense. You can probably find a receiver somewhere, but they don't try hard enough. They only go 12 personnel anyways, and they like Booty and Matt Collins. So,
well, who doesn't like Booty, Joe?
Booty.
The announcer certainly was having fun with that one on Sunday.
You know what's funny? Iron Eagle was on with Fred and friends, and we've had when I did mornings. We've had Iron Eagle, and it's all grab ass.
Seems pretty playful, yeah.
No, he is very, and he's like this Syracuse,
He's like the Mount Rushmore of Syracuse guys, yeah.
I think his kids.
Noah Eagle, yeah.
Noah, yeah.
He's friendly with one of our former interns, I believe. I forget which one.
And Pritch Please guy. The Celtics announcer guy.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Drew Carter.
Wow.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, you better start freshening up, Joe. We're getting there.
You know what happened there? It's Monday, right?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Sorry. What? It's after 11 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Joe looked at me at 11. I was 11 and 15 seconds past and goes, "Yep, we're toast."
Well, speaking of toast, Bruce wants to talk food. Hey, Bruce. Brucey, baby.
Bruce.
I am here. Hello, Joe.
How you doing? Did you take a nap?
No, I just had you on hold for so long.
Oh. What's going on in Saugus tonight?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's going on tonight, Bruce? How are you? You're on the air.
I know, I'm fine. Calhoun.
Yeah.
I know you're tight with Andy.
Yeah.
So, do you think you could tell him to knock off the price?
I don't
know where that was going, but I think you made the right call there.
That was me. What do you think it was?
Who knows?
Knock off the prices if you buy Saugus wings?
Yeah, so maybe he's looking for a 2-for-1 deal or something.
Maybe if I buy 2 Scorpion Bowls, I can get a Mai Tai for free?
Buy 2, get the third one half off or something.
I like to let him go, Skaggs.
Oh, Joe, you'll leave him on the line. You'll leave him floundering out there. But that was as quick as I've seen you.
Steve's in Miami. Steve.
How you guys doing today?
How you doing?
Listen, not to put salt on the Red Sox victory, but I want to get your opinion, Mr. Murph. The Alex Cora, nothing really against him. He's made some very good moves and all that, but in the last week or so, in the midst of a playoff run, I have to question some of his moves, and I'll explain a few of them. Taking out the young pitcher early when he only gave up like 4 hits, and not letting him finish the inning after only 5 in the third innings. He did the same thing with Tolley, and then Weiser gave up the runs. I think sometimes he pulls these young kids out because he's afraid of, I don't know what he's afraid of, but I think you got to see if they got the guts to end the inning. And twice in the last few weeks, he's taken out the young kids who have had great starts just because with early, I think he gave up 1 hit and in that inning, and he didn't get an out. So why is he taking him out? Then the other thing that I don't understand is the game that they lost 2-1, I think it was, he had Jaron Duran batting 8th. And he's had Yoshida batting cleanup lately.
It's because of a lefty.
230.
It was a lefty.
I know, but still,
if it doesn't make
234.
So here's the deal, Steve. It doesn't make sense to you because it's analytics. They're using analytics.
But sometimes you got to go with.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes you have to go against that.
I know, but Steve,
and
this
go
is
with
the
the
issue.
hot.
This is the issue with Alex Cora. You would think he would be the guy that would go against it, but he's not. So they might as well hire you or me because we can just follow the analytics.
Right. And isn't it true about, especially baseball players, they have routines. I mean, I forget, Wade Boggs was eating chicken before every game, but,
or women's underwear.
They have routine. And if he starts putting people batting first, batting 5th, batting 8th, doesn't that ruin them in a sense?
Yeah, yep. Yeah. Hey, Steve, how old are you, buddy?
Yeah.
Come on. For real, how old are you? How old?
I'm 71.
Well,
71.
God bless you. I appreciate you. Dude,
I've
just think about it. When you at 71 and I'm 43, the game of baseball you played and the game of baseball I played were very, very more similar than now. Like, but what I'm trying to tell you is when I played ball, it was about the way the ball came out of the pitcher's hand, right? And letters to the knees and, these trigger type steps, drive the knob, right? That was what I played with. But then this next era came up with this launch angle, man, right? And now they're using torpedo bats, and like it's all analytics and getting on base. They'd rather somebody strike out 200 times a year than somebody that would like hit into double plays. You know what I mean? So it's the game is so different now.
Well, you make me think of another person and they caught someone saying it at a game the other day. David Hamilton. Nothing against him. I have no problem with him being a late inning substitute pinch runner and all that, like Dave Roberts was. But why is he starting so many games? The guy, he hit his 5th home run the other day. Whoopie-doo. He's batting 200 or less around that. And you're playing a playoff push. You put your best players out there, whether they bat lefty or righty. You take out Romy Gonzalez, who has been hot just because he's a righty batter, and you got a righty pitcher. Everything is, in a sense, sort of being pussy whipped in the sense that you're never going to have you're never going to have a pitcher go 200 innings almost anymore. You're never going to have a 20 game winners are almost gone because they're out by the 5th inning, 6th inning. Yes. There's no more Ironman anymore. Right. Everybody is you got to come in, you got to go. They pinch hit, they put relief pitchers in the 5th inning, 6th inning. There's no more. I mean, God bless Cal Ripken. If he was playing now, he would never even sniff the record that he broke.
Cal Ripken. Bro, Steve, the game, I'm sorry. I love you, buddy. The game is not what you know, man. What you're talking about, dude.
I know.
Dude, they're going to bring robot umps in next year.
Yeah, I know. What do you think of that, by the way?
Well, I think they'll get him right, but like Steve, I love you, man, and trust me, dude. I'm 43, dude, and I watch the games and I hate it. I don't know why they don't tag up. I don't know why the game that we played. That's not the game anymore. It's just not that anymore.
Oh no, I understand that. Everything is you have to have a righty against a lefty right. There's no more. I mean, and I understand this was a past, but can you?
I love you, Steve. I have to go. It's only because I'm 5 minutes late and I took you for 5 minutes. It's hard. I know. Listen. It's hard. It's hard to understand why a manager does what he does.
I agree with Steve.
I agree with Steve.
I agree with almost everything Steve said.
My whole problem is this: the game's not like that anymore. I saw you taking practice swings back there.
I was driving the knob, Joe.
That's right. That's the way I told you. I got a fat knob when I was my coach. Yeah, he put a little bit of a anchor weight on the bottom of my bat so I wouldn't put my pinky on the knob. And the knob was so fat, that's how I learned how to drive the knob, because it would get the barrel of the bat out, and then I could smack the crap out of the ball. Instead of that uppercut Mo Vaughn swing that I had. Instead, it was this drive the knob thing. And it just... Let's go to break. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Zone.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5.
8:30 at night, midnight even, to talk hamstrings and
Siberian train wrecks.
hot dogs.
Good hot dog talk.
Driving the knob barrel.
A lot of knob talk.
Letters to the knees.
Steve, always welcome.
Robot umps.
In on the robot umps.
Me too. You know what? Know what I like about it though? Isn't it like it's better than the new Chain Gang?
Oh, woof! The new Chain Gang stinks.
It does.
Brutal.
So like,
it's not even faster.
Here's the deal. Here's the thing. It's all level playing field, right? And you know what? Do you think? Okay, Skaz, when I played ball, or when you played ball, did you ever feel like an ump was against you?
I was never good enough to feel that way. No,
I used to always think I'm
you're a ref guy, an ump guy.
I was a first baseman, so I always chatted up the umps.
You're a talker.
I wanted them on my side. What if there's a bang bang play and I'm stretching over there? You know, I want that ref. Oh, and then if we get along and he makes a bad call, I can rip him. You know, I feel like you can sway a human. I can be swooned, by the way. There is a dollar amount, Skaz. I know you are too. I'm sure.
Absolutely.
I'm sure if there was a dollar amount, you are in. Because, you know, we grew up, fighting for every. We used to did you used to look through the couch cushions too?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. When you moved, did you find any money?
I've been looking, Joe. I haven't found anything yet. Hoping there's something somewhere. It was a giant safe in the basement, but nothing in it.
Whoa!
Big safe, though.
Did you have to break it open, or did you?
No, it's open, but very big, like heavy-duty safe, nothing in it. Kind of disappointing.
Man, I'm still looking for that money, man. You know, like, what do you have to do? Knock down a few walls to see if there's anything hidden behind there? That's another thing I see on TikTok. People find money in houses they've moved into. They, like, knock down, like, a piece of sheetrock, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, it's a note.
I'm a big believer most of those are staged, but I like it. I'm in on the content.
I mean, I'm doom scrolling. What do you want me to do?
That's what it's there for.
I've already gotten a lot of feedback on this, whether it's people think it's me, Skaz. Like, I'm the one that said it wasn't a setback. Because if someone says it's a setback but doesn't tell you what it is, I am an assumer.
We assume.
I learned in school a long time ago.
Don't assume.
Assume makes an ass out of you and me. That's how you spell assume.
I think I got a detention for that one time, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but that would have well, you're assuming it. You know what assume means? What, are you going to go get detention?
Yeah, I was probably mouthing off.
Yeah, but like, who gets detention for that? If they're assuming, you're right. Just because you don't like the tone.
Yeah, I big tone issues, yeah.
Again, I went to Catholic school. Any tone was bad.
Bad tones.
Good tone was bad. Okay? But I'm already getting the pushback. The Patriots.
Joe Murray reported that Christian Gonzalez didn't have a setback.
Correct.
That's what Joe Murray reported it.
Correct. I am a guy that was literally watching a Bruins game.
Good comeback.
I was watching a Bruins game.
Mikey Asimont.
That had a good comeback, and Mikey Asimont, it's spelled E-Y.
You see Zadorov walk off the ice at the end?
He didn't even celebrate.
He came back, but yeah.
What was that about?
Just being funny.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah, it's the preseason. Who gives a crap?
Let's all go home.
He did come back out on the ice afterwards and celebrate.
Do you think they're going out in Madison Square Garden tonight? I think Marco's taking the boys out.
They're off until Saturday, so I don't know. Maybe you catch the early train back in the morning.
Train? Bruins train it?
I don't know. You know, fly. I guess you fly if you're the Bruins. Yeah. I'm just thinking of me.
I'd go to juniors. Because hockey guys don't. They just need like a burger and fries.
Peter Luger's or something, at a steakhouse.
All right. Well, I was going a little bit less. I mean, remember that big bill they put up at Foxwoods that time?
Oh, yeah. Back when they used to win in the playoffs. That was fun.
This is some of the responses I've gotten, if you'd like, through text message. You said hamstring injuries are bad. Maybe he's not ready. 4 exclamation points. And he can't sign a contract now. Yes, his camp wants to make sure he's 100%. That's exactly what I said. I said hamstrings are bad. I said, maybe he's not ready. I said, maybe his camp does want him to be 100%. I said all that. Hammies are fragile, and maybe it was worse than anticipated. I think this is a no news story. He will play when he's ready, which I bet is this week. Don't blame me.
Come on, Joe. You reported it.
Bert Breer went on NBC Sports Boston tonight and said he heard from multiple sources that it wasn't a setback. Don't blame me for assuming. And
oh, you're sniffing something.
Yeah, but this has been lingering. This has been like bad cheese in the ceiling.
Is Murray throwing onions in the in the ceiling there?
Yes. This one's smelly. This is the biggest smelly story right now. Now we're starting to have a smelly story about Vrabel and McDaniels. And guess what? There are actually people on McDaniels' side.
I might be one of them.
This is beautiful.
I like the guy that called in and said Tatum might be back before Christian Gonzalez.
We got to get into that before we go home. Think about this. This is the Patriots are 1-2. They have the most turnovers, right? They stink on defense. They don't know how to win. They have a coach that I don't know is good. They have an offensive coordinator I know nobody wanted. And they have a quarterback that we might be calling Drake maybe. Oh, Big Jim had a song today. It was good. It was why am I blanking on it? Because it was called Two a Day May. It's got to be in this. But Jim's one of those guys where he keeps his own content, which he's smart about. But I forget the name of the song. I turned my car radio on. I was working in Boston today. It was Chrome baseball release day. I'm going to share some of the cards, but I found a Roman Anthony today that was good. Bunch of autographs. Chrome release day for all our friends out there. But I get in the car and I hear this song, and I'm like, I know this song. And it's Big Jim Murray's voice. And it's like, Two a Day May.
I should know this because I heard rumblings of this yesterday.
Okay.
But I can't remember off the top of my head.
May. And I'm in the car and I go, this is beautiful. And I knew it was going there. I knew it. He might be a hammerhead. I was like, great. Anyways, we got to go to break. Jason Tatum spoke to a lot of people today.
A lot of people.
We even heard from his surgeon. Also, remember the funny bit about the phone thing?
With Jaylen Brown?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds like Mike Felger might have had a take on that one.
Do you think he did his research?
Oh, no, it's good. I actually wish I came up with it.
I'd like please educate me.
We'll go to break. We get the final headline. Are we doing headlines? Headlines, final headline of the night here on the Sports Hub.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, Red Sox 4-1 winners tonight. Lucas Giolito only a 4 2/3. He's pulled after he had 4 walks on the night.
you get injured. I was not happy about that.
Right.
I was happy y'all lost, though, because to my Knicks. I'm not going to lie about that either, okay?
You knew it was coming, right?
You know how I am, all right? But as I'm looking at Boston right now, you're out. Drew Holiday's gone now. Porzingis is gone now. Horford's probably gone. I'm wondering, how are you feeling about the Boston Celtics for this upcoming season? I think it's a prime opportunity for Jaylen Brown to show what he's made of.
Absolutely.
Because the brother can ball. I don't think he's appreciated enough either. But what are your thoughts about the Boston Celtics, considering the myriad of changes that have taken place?
Well, for one, this is like maybe the third time. I haven't said I'm not playing this season.
Okay.
He was kind of looking at us sideways when we brought that up.
So
I'm thinking Achilles. All right,
no,
that's
for sure.
fair. That's fair.
The most important thing is a full recovery, being 100%.
That's right.
Not rushing.
Yeah, don't rush back.
At all.
Don't do that.
But also, I don't go to rehab 6 days a week for nothing. Okay. But with that being said, with being a part of the organization and the Celtics, there is a standard that we play to, that we uphold, regardless of, who we have in the lineup, who's on the team, who's not. There's a sense of pride that we have when we put that uniform on, and we always are competing to win a championship. And that standard will not change.
Happened there. Some changes, I guess. Whenever I hear this song, I automatically go to Jersey Shore Fist Pump, and I'm not sure why. All right. This Tatum thing now is starting to be a little smelly. Here we go now. I can't use the smell test every time. It can't be a nightly sniff test.
No. You exhaust yourself.
Exactly. You can't. But what was the report we heard last week that I kind of was nothing to see here on the wasn't there a Tatum report last week? Because Tatum was at the Patriots game.
Yes, with Roman Anthony.
Wasn't there? No, there was something else that. Maybe there was. Beetle and Zoe went out to eat with.
They're very happy with his recovery. Very happy. Pleased.
And I was like,
he didn't leave. He was here all summer.
But I was like, so. That was nothing to me.
Can I give you something that's flown a little bit under the radar today that I think is something? In all these, so Jason Tatum was everywhere today, like you mentioned. I think it was a Good Morning America. He was on with Stephen A. He's been doing the rounds. In one of these clips, and I wish I knew exactly in which one he saw it, but I saw the transcript on Twitter. He mentions that for the first time, he had a basketball workout, an on-court basketball workout for 15 to 20 minutes. That's not a lot. It's very, very early. But just the fact that he's doing that, working out on a basketball court for 15 to 20 minutes, and we're on September 23rd, he's going to play this season, I think, Joe.
He was on with Jenna and Friends. Who's?
Oh boy, I don't know.
I don't know either. NBC News.
Sure.
Jason Tatum on when he might make his return while on the Jenna and Friends. That's $1 million question. I think for me and my team, the doctors, the organization, the most important thing is making a full recovery and being back 100%, not rushing it. But I haven't said I'm not playing this season or anything like that. Do you have a goal in mind? He was asked. I have a goal in mind. I'm not working out, rehabbing 6 days a week for no reason. Does that change your view on the Celtics if he comes back?
No, because I don't expect him to be full Jason Tatum when he comes back. I think he'll probably be 80, 85%, and then next season, the following season, I should say, you'll get full Jason Tatum. But
does it make their big man strategy look a little bit different?
No. They should not be banking on him to play at all.
Agree.
That's almost the fear that they do that.
I guess I agree with you. I think I'm looking at it competitively. If you have Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum in a 7-game series against the Magic, who could be a friend? a fringe Detroit. Give me Tatum and Brown. Even Tatum at 70%, 80%. I'm not, guys, I am not of the belief that the Celtics are championship contenders this year. I am not of that ilk.
I'm with you.
But you give me Tatum at that percentage, over 70%, with Brown and Pritchard and Hauser and all that.
Oh, the Hauser party.
That's my guy. I'm just saying, like, Simons, if he's still here, it looks different. And this is what I want to stress. I think this was a media tour to get Celtics fans ready for media day, to be locked in with the hope that Jason Tatum's going to make things better. And to me, what do we always talk about with hopes, guys?
It's a dangerous thing.
Dangerous. And I think they're filling the hope of Celtics fans and the hope of Jason Tatum, for that matter, that he's out this year. Do we even mention what the surgeon said? Like, this is a campaign, guys. You know, remember Marcus Smart had the 6th Man of the Year campaign?
Certainly do. How could I forget?
This is a champagne campaign. And I'm trying to find it now because I know I threw it in our Slack channel from today. But you mean to tell me that this is the greatest comeback ever after a surgery? This is what was said today.
I got it. If you
got, read it for me.
Jason Tatum's surgeon, Dr. Martin O'Malley, said he hasn't seen a patient recover quite like Tatum. O'Malley says that Tatum's progress has been impressive. I don't think I've ever seen a person's calf look as strong as his at 6 or 8 weeks. He was doing double heel rises. He worked his calf so hard that the side effect of loss of strength, I don't think he's going to have any. So he's coming back 100%.
Wow. Even the doctor is in on the campaign.
He's drinking the Kool-Aid, Joe.
So
we should get him on the night show. Fit right in.
Yeah, we'll get him right on. I'm sniffing this one out, and I know what it is. This is hope. I think there's new ownership here. We know that. I think there are some people maybe down on the Celtics this year. Maybe season ticket sales aren't as high. They're not the favorites to win the championship or the East or anything like that. But the thought that Jason Tatum could be back for the stretch run or back at all this season is very hopeful. We can do this tomorrow night too, Skaz, but we have lift shots tomorrow night. Do some betting. Could Jason Tatum be the face of Achilles surgeries? Like, could that be the flip side of this? Look what happened with Tatum. He got hurt in Game 4 of the NBA Finals and was back. Ooh, what would the date be? We can speculate that tomorrow too. Hope, baby. Hope, baby. Next time, some guy that works at a Publix is in our chat tonight. Shout out to Publix. And everyone's in on AJ DeBonsa, who I know and I met here. I'm sitting in the same seat he did. I'm not sure if he'll be the number 1 pick, guys. But the Celtics aren't going that low.